Hey, you! Before you watch this, pause the video and subscribe to SemiPro right now.
What's going on YouTube? Ryan back again with another video, and today we're talking about second-year quarterbacks. There are 6 sophomore QBs that are projected to start at the beginning of 2020. Kyler Murray, Daniel Jones, Dwayne Haskins, Drew Locke, Jarrett Stidham, and Gardner Minshew. This list is not going to be based off of talent. This list is based off of who I believe will be the most successful in 2020. Coming in last place on this list is Dwayne Haskins. If you would have told anyone last year at this time that Haskins was going to be less successful than Stidham or Minshew, no one would have believed you. But that's just the start that Haskins has had to his career. He definitely hasn't had the easiest path. His wide receivers are abysmal. Terry McLaurin, Steven Sims, Kelvin Harmon, Trey Quinn, and Cody Latimer, depending on whether or not he wants to stop getting arrested, are what Haskins is looking at as a receiving core. Haskins also had to deal with Jay Gruden, the second best Gruden brother, for his first year in his career. But now, things might be looking up with a little more optimism for Haskins. Ron Rivera is his new head coach, and Scott Turner has stepped in as offensive coordinator. But the roster around him still sucks, and Haskins is still raw. The Redskins will be bad, and Haskins probably won't be great either, but he has a chance to improve. But it would have to be a large jump for Haskins to be near the top of this list. At number 5, I put Gardner Minshew. Keep in mind, this is a projection towards 2020, not what Minshew produced in 2019. Minshew went 6-6 last season and had a very good TD to interception ratio. But Minshew only scored more than 30 points once, and Jacksonville was one of the lowest scoring teams in the league. I predict the Jaguars to be very bad next season and finish towards the bottom of the league. And even if Minshew may put up better statistics than some other people on this list, if you can't find a way to lead your team to wins and success, then I just don't think you're a very good quarterback. Winning is the ultimate difference maker in the NFL, and if you can't win at least a few games, that's a big problem. At number 4 is Jarrett Stidham. Stidham will be more of a game manager than Minshew, but he will lead his team to more wins. The success might not show itself early in the season because of New England's brutal schedule, especially to start out, but it does lighten up towards the back end of the year, and New England should win around 8 games, which should put them in playoff contention. I don't see how I could put the quarterback of a playoff contending team below the QB on one of the worst teams in the league, and that's almost the sole reason why I have Stidham above Minshew. At number 3, it's Daniel Jones. Danny Dimes is just a pretty good quarterback. He's on the rise and I think he has potential, but he just doesn't have the upside as the top 2 QBs on this list. The Giants might be a worse team than the Patriots, but Jones will be a much larger reason why the team wins the few games that they do. And New York definitely won't be so bad that they finish in the basement of the league. And Jones is just much more talented than Minshew. The top 2 quarterbacks on this list are far and above the rest in my opinion. Drew Locke comes in at number 2. He was a sensation in his limited time as a starter, winning 4 games in 5 starts, with his only loss coming to Kansas City. And I have Denver being a playoff team next season, and I believe Locke will be a huge part of that success. Locke is a question mark just because of the limited sample size that we've seen from him, but Locke looks to be a star in the making. The reason why Drew Locke isn't number 1 is because he has more help than Kyler. Both the Broncos and the Cardinals are 2 of my sleeper teams this year, but I think the Broncos are more well-rounded and they aren't as quarterback-centric. So that's why I have Kyler Murray at number 1. Murray is the most talented in this bunch, and his team has a real chance to be the best. There's really no argument for anyone else at number 1 in my opinion. Murray is athletic, talented, on a good team, in a good system that believes in him, and was the highest drafted out of all of the quarterbacks on this list, and has not given any reason for us to think otherwise. Now, that is my top 6 rankings of the sophomore quarterbacks that are going to start this year. If you disagree with me, please leave a comment down below, but let's keep it civil. If you have an argument, come with an argument. Let's not just scream to scream, but other than that, leave a like, subscribe, and I appreciate it, guys. Stay tuned for more. We post daily videos on the channel every single day, so stay tuned.